so that we ensure that we make Telangana a menstrual waste free state and then India a menstrual free waste country, so that no girl leaves school because of not having a single pad. We aim to ensure a country, we aim to ensure a movement that is not only ensuring dignity, that is not only ensuring health, but also ensuring sustainability. So with that note, I would like to start the event and I request our chief guest, Jai Shah, to speak few words.
I was able to come here, express solidarity with all of you. Also to congratulate Hiteshi and all her team members for running a very, very determined and a very focused campaign over the last 1 year. Happy that Suhat Shakti Forum is organizing its second interaction. So this topic is something which typically in the society we are not very comfortable in talking about, but it is also a very important issue. It's a reality, it's a lived reality for millions of women and their near and dear, their family members. There are multiple dimensions to this issue, and typically when we mention that it's a women's issue, there are two mistakes we make. One, of course, we can't see women as a homogeneous group. There are young women, there are older women, there are women who live in rural areas versus city women, educated women, rich women, poor women. So each of them live this reality in a different way, and what are the issues, what are the challenges which we can really support them with. The second is to say that this is only a women's issue, is to live in a world of denial. Women are much more stakeholders for this planet than anyone else, and it is our responsibility, our collective responsibility to make everything, every part of their life meaningful, relevant, without any obstacle, without any difficulty, and therefore it's everyone's issue in that sense. Now, when I say that this problem has, this issue has multiple dimensions, there are, of course, certain things which an NGO like Suhar Shakti Foundation can do. There are certain other things which other can do, but I guess the right role at this point in time to become an aggregator, to do something which brings everyone together. So who are the important players? What responsibility can they really perform? So one, of course, is awareness, and particularly in communities and societies where there is not much of an openness. In fact, it's a very nice coincidence that we are discussing this topic here in Hyderabad today, because exactly a day ago, yesterday, I was in Calcutta. There was a sports conclave, and lots of sports women were there, and one panel actually was created for them when they speak about their health issues, and it's on record. One of the participants in the yesterday's conclave in Calcutta on sports was the former Indian hockey team captain, women's hockey captain Rani Rampal, and she was narrating her experience that she comes from a rural background, and obviously in Haryana, Punjab, society is very patriarchal. Women are kind of subdued. They don't speak about. So she was telling that when she would start as a hockey player, and particularly during the days of her period, even she could not share these things with her mother. Even her mother was not open to listening to some of these difficulties and problems, etc. So what happens in a rural village in Haryana or Punjab possibly happens in Telangana as well. So how do you really give a sense of comfort and kind of openness to very young girls who are kind of beginning to understand this kind of a reality? Then the second is obviously safety, because we know that some of these hygiene products which we are used to in a big city, they are costly, they are not very affordable, they are not also very accessible in a rural and remote area. So how do you create access? I remember some years ago we had organized an event. We had called this person who is called the Pad Man. You may be aware, there's a gentleman, his name is Morganatham. He's called the Pad Man. There was a movie, there was a biopic of him. Akshay Kumar had acted in that biopic with Bhumi Pednekar. So Padman was invited here, and he actually told us that it is possible to set up low-cost manufacturing units which can be managed by self-help groups. So we did try it out in some villages in Telangana. I used to look after the industry sector, the MSME sector, but somehow we ran out of steam. But potentially that idea has lots of worth, that instead of relying on very costly brands, again, who do not have a proper distribution channel in the rural areas, how do you really create local supply and create something which is of quality, which is of hygiene, and obviously it is much more affordable. Another very important issue relates to disposal, safe disposal, and now I'm looking after the city. I'm the officiating mayor, as many of you would know. This also is a very important aspect of the sanitation management of the city. How do you create? Because many times these are sometimes due to lack of awareness, sometimes due to social stigma, that if I don't kind of hide it and do it in a very secretive kind of a way, people will make fun of it. Again, it's a mindset issue. So how do you convert the mindset of men who demean women when they have to dispose a sanitary use product and make fun of them? How do you kind of change them? How do you create a scenario where there are proper boxes and say, just as we have different kinds of waste which are segregated, how do we take care of this waste? Because typically we have found, again, this is the reality. I'm not speaking in a general way, trying to kind of look down upon anyone. But we are in the process of desilting our lakes. The monsoon season is coming in a couple of months. We have to desilt the nalas and all the water bodies to ensure that there is enough capacity for the rainwater to flow. And amongst various things which we recover when we desilt a nala or a lake, the discarded hygiene products comprise of a large section. I don't have precise numbers to tell what percentage is that, but it is a reasonably large kind of component of the waste which comes out. Then of course I gave the example of Rani Rampal, but there are lots of other women, and you need not be a sports person to kind of feel challenged when that part of that month confronts you. You can be a working professional, you can be a teacher, you can be a software professional, you can be anyone. And definitely there is some element of discomfort during those days. So how do you make the workplace more sensitive so that maybe you are allowed to leave home early, you're allowed to work from home, certain other facilities are given to you, and so on and so forth. So as I said, this issue has multiple dimensions: awareness, advocacy, manufacturing, supply, safe disposal, workplace readiness and sensitivity about all these things. And I won't say that society has not changed at all. Possibly what used to happen 30 years ago, 40 years ago is all history now. But I won't say that everything is rosy. We live in a perfect society. So there's a lot to do. And therefore, when organizations like the Suharth Shakti Foundation come forward to tackle this issue head on, without any stigma, with actually a sense of pride, it really gladdens my heart. And more than anything else, I see so much of support and so much of encouragement to Hiteshi and her colleagues. All of you have come forward. I'd like to personally convey my gratitude to Isha Garu. She has agreed to be the face of this campaign. So మీకు కూడా ప్రభుత్వ తరఫున మేము చేయలేనివి మీరు చేస్తూ ఉన్నారు. సో మీకు కూడా చాలా చాలా కృతజ్ఞత. అండ్ మరి ఒకసారి ఇట్లాంటి మంచి కార్యక్రమాన్ని ప్రోత్సహించడానికి చాలా అవసరం ఉంది. బట్ ఒట్టి నోరు మాటలతో ప్రోత్సాహం ఇవ్వడమే కాకుండా దాంట్లో ప్రత్యేకంగా ముందుకు వచ్చి ఏదైనా చొరవ చేసేది ఉంటే అది కూడా మీరు I mean, you're there. So if you want us to do something concrete, if you want to create disposal facilities, if you want to get permission to conduct outreach programs in schools or bastis, etc., if you want community halls of the GHMC, etc., to be used for this purpose, wherever you think we can help you advance your work, please feel free to reach out to us, and good wishes to all of you. And thank you very much for inviting me. My apologies that I'll not be here for very long, but do reach out to me. You have my contact details. Let me know if you expect anything.